More on this now. Why in the world would some members of the liberal media tear down the story? Media critics say they're creating a divide.
45% of Americans think that tackle football is appropriate. Heterosexual men voted the most support for kids doing football. And conservatives were more likely to support youth tackle football. Just saying.
It's yet another tragic reminder of the inherent violence of the sport and the humanity of the young men who put their health and safety on the line for the NFL's modern-day gladiator spectacle.
Clay Travis, OutKick founder, your reaction to that?
Sadly, it's very predictable, Harris. Thanks for having me on. Happy New Year to everybody out there. This is what was inevitable, right? Football is hyper-masculine. It's violent. It's a meritocracy. And it is played almost exclusively by men. And so the left wing, of course, is going to hate it. And this is part and parcel of their war. I really believe this on masculinity in general. And look, Joy Behar, I think, is an imbecile. And I don't know what exact quote poll that she is attributing that 45% to. But it's not a coincidence that The View has this discussion, MSNBC has this discussion. Harris, the Washington Post had an article saying that football was too violent. This is crazy, but it is what I've always said. Look, the left embraced Colin Kaepernick not because of his stance, but because they don't like football. And they liked football being under siege and being attacked. Remember, Colin Kaepernick went on and said, the NFL draft, he directly compared in a Netflix documentary, Harris, to a slave auction because they take your height and weight and measure your talents. The difference, of course, is manifold, but you choose to play in the NFL. And no one is required to put their body at risk, just like you aren't required to box or be involved in a UFC fight or, frankly, compete in any physical endeavor that requires the danger that might arise when bodies come into collision. So look, these guys are highly paid. They understand better than anyone what the risk that they are assuming, and they are doing it very often for a chance at generational wealth and certainly to be compensated in their 20s at a level that almost no one in the world has ever been compensated for any labor before in the past ever. And so I'm saddened by the attacks on football, but I totally expected that this is where this story would go.
You know, there's always time and place that comes into play here. And what I sense from the conversations that we just showed our audience with The View and MSNBC you mentioned as well, is that they don't know the temperature of the room right now. They don't understand that it actually is bigger than football when a young man's life has elevated the discourse to prayer in places where even doctors say, you know, miracles abound. We might need one here. He's doing better. We could just stick with the story. I guess they don't have enough story discipline just to cover the news. I would say this. Bob Costas has put this so well, I think, Clay. He said, look, you can do everything you can to make certain things, hockey. There are a lot of sports out there. Skiing, dangerous, head injuries, spinal cord injuries, and things. And these are people's choices to make their dreams come true, as you so eloquently put it. You can do everything you want to make those things as safe as they can be, but you can never make them completely safe because they are inherently.
And Harris, this is why I let my own son play tackle football this year. And I think a lot of parents make that choice. You have that conversation with your kids. You weigh exactly how old they are, and then you balance out the benefits that they're going to get from being a part of a team, from developing and building their character, from the challenges and pratfalls that sports help to create better humans. I really do believe that. That's why most of us play sports, because hardly any of us, Harris, are going pro, right? A tiny percentage of us. It's what you learn from sports. As I always tell my kids, use the ball, don't let the ball use you.
Ooh, I like that.
And that is why sports can be so powerful for so many.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this. The Virginia Attorney General has now launched an investigation officially into a prestigious high school after accusations that withheld merit awards from students in the name of equity. According to the allegations, these merit awards were withheld until after deadlines for college scholarships. Those had passed and were hidden from mostly Asian students. The state's attorney general announced the investigation and says no student should be treated differently because of their race. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin here.
You have students who had achieved a real accolade to be a National Merit Scholar, and they weren't told. They weren't told because they didn't want to make the other students feel bad. And when you have a superintendent in Loudoun County who expresses a desire that all students will have equal outcomes, no exceptions, this is the kind of just crazy behavior that you get from principals and administrators.
How can we rise if they won't let our young people reach?
Amen. And this goes to the essence. I think it's connected to the story we were just talking about, Harris, and why football and sports in general are generally not embraced by the far left wing of this country. It's because sports are about the meritocracy. The best man or woman wins. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. It doesn't matter what your background is. It's what you do when you step on the field. Same thing is true when you sit down and take a test like this and achieve or don't achieve a commendation. I mean, that's the reason why we give grades in the first place, Harris,
Yes.
because we want to encourage great behavior and good work and discourage poor behavior and poor work and give people a measure of how they are achieving. And the idea that if you don't tell people, hey, you've done a great job, that somehow you're lifting up people who haven't done as good of a job, it's flagrantly wrong. I think Glenn Youngkin is rightly taking aim at this, and this is Northern Virginia's big problem.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.